Hello, my name is Talon Dunn, and this is my final project for The Great Gatsby.
Gatsby. One of the only truly genuine people I think I will ever meet in my lifetime. I felt like I had known the man for many years. Only now do I realize how short our friendship actually was. When he died, my life seemed to lose purpose in a way. But that was only after I'd seen how little people truly cared about him. The parties, the money, the fashion, the charm, no one else saw past that. No one else saw how great Gatsby was. All of it was for Daisy, you know. Of course, most people want to become rich one way or another, but what made Gatsby different was his drive. He would constantly work on his character and his poise and focused on what he needed to do in order to live the life he desired so bad. He gained money in any way he could for Daisy. He threw massive parties and spent loads of cash for Daisy. Everything he did was for Daisy. Gatsby wasn't corrupt like the others. He wasn't careless. He didn't expect others to clean up his mess for him. He was even willing to risk his entire career, his entire life for Daisy. Did it pay off? No. Gatsby deserved better than what fate had planned for him. I remember the night Myrtle was killed. I remember thinking, how can things get worse than this? It was such a stupid thought. I was so naive. Gatsby's life was so much more simple than everyone made it out to be. Love was the only thing he wanted, and he died trying to get it. So as long as I am alive, I will strive to convince others of the thing I will always believe. Jay Gatsby was the Great Gatsby. Thank you.
What you just watched was a monologue that I wrote inspired by quotes from The Great Gatsby that connect back to the prompt. So what theme or prompt did I choose? Well, I chose consider if Gatsby was truly great or not, and I think Gatsby was truly great. For example, when Nick meets with Gatsby's father, he shows him an old schedule of Gatsby's written in the back of a book. He then says, quote, Jimmy was bound to get ahead. He always had some resolves like this or something, end quote, Fitzgerald 173. Gatsby was constantly trying to better himself and act as if he was rich in order to show Daisy he was worth taking a chance on. He knew that if he acted rich and had the right mindset, he would be able to marry the girl of his dreams. The fact that he wanted to do this for love and wanted to become rich not just for the money, but to win back Daisy, shows that he was truly a great person. This quote can be seen in the monologue that I created because the line, he would constantly work on his character and poise and focused on what he needed to do in order to live the life he desired so bad, is directly inspired by this quote. Adding on, when Nick was talking about Tom and Daisy, he says, quote, they were careless people, Tom and Daisy. They smashed up things and creators and then retreated into their money or their vast carelessness and let other people clean up the mess they had made, end quote, Fitzgerald 179. People with money often don't care about others and think they're superior just because they're wealthy. Gatsby was not like this. Gatsby did not think he was better than others because of his wealth. Gatsby wanted love and not to be rich at the expense of other people, making him truly great. The line in my monologue, Gatsby wasn't corrupt like the others, he wasn't careless, he didn't expect others to clean up his mess for him, was directly inspired by this quote, and that's how I incorporated it into my monologue. Finally, on the night of Myrtle's murder, Nick asks Gatsby, quote, "Was Daisy driving?" "Yes," he said after a moment. "But of course, I'll say I was," end quote, Fitzgerald 143. Gatsby was willing to take the blame for killing Myrtle, which is an extremely serious crime and would most likely put him in jail. This just shows that Gatsby is willing to risk all of his money and basically his whole life in order to see Daisy happy and safe. Only a truly great man would ever do that for someone he loves so much. The quote about Gatsby taking the blame for Daisy's murder directly inspired the line in my monologue. He was even willing to risk his entire career, his entire life, for Daisy. All in all, Gatsby was truly a great person because he had good morals, he wasn't corrupt and selfish like the other rich people in town, and would do anything on earth to make sure that Daisy was happy and safe. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day, old sport.